Hello and welcome to the third VTL warm-up clan war for CranKy Ducklings. I am Phoenix Tears and I'm joined by the wonderful Kuro, who is actually part of the CranKy Ducklings, but I feel like I am an honorary member today.
Yep.
How are you doing, Kuro?
I'm doing pretty fine. I'm gonna see how long my voice will last because I'm not good at casting, but I will try my best.
I really hope that you can help me cast Dreamcatcher because that's just going to be a
Oh dear.
me.
Oh dear. I mean, we'll see if we get there.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kill today, right? Even though it's not all kill format, we're gonna all kill still.
100%. I mean, if you can beat Psyx 3-1, you've got this easy peasy.
Sure.
And our first game is going to be Yaku versus Molded Pixels. Molded Pixels are Terran for all inspiration. I didn't even think I mentioned who CranKy are going up against. They're going up against All Inspiration. And it's going to be a TVT on Acid Plant, so I don't expect too many shenanigans. It's a pretty big map. Not really good for proxy reapers, but you never know. It's TVT. Anything can actually happen.
No. Let's pray it's the right server because of Blizzard.
Yeah. Chances are it's not going to be the right server because Blizzard.
Yeah, because Blizzard. We'll see.
I think that's honestly the thing we worry about the most.
Yeah, seriously. Because it's especially difficult because I'm in Europe and like Blizzard just does what it wants with servers when you're from different place.
Yeah, and especially bad for us if we play on West. It's like 300 ping easy.
Come on, you can do it. Get out.
We on West.
Nice. Okay then, so we get to it. I will let you do the intros because last time I tried to introduce Milk, it was a disaster. I'm not gonna try that again.
Okay. I'll get the introductions in the way. In the bottom right, representing Team All Inspiration. He is the wonderful Proxy Tempest admin. He is Molded Pixels. On the top left in the green, representing the CranKy Ducklings. Will we see some of the Singapore meta today? He is Yaku Zaku.
So far nothing out of ordinary, I guess.
Yeah.
This is gonna be interesting because I have no idea about Terran.
It's TVT though, like it'll either be Molded Pixels is going for double gas, so he's going to be a bit more aggressive. It looks like Yaku's going to go for Reaper 5-6 man, which I don't mind on this map because the Reaper can only come back to the front, and it's quite a big map. But it'll probably just go to the Marine tank, and whoever has more tanks or whoever takes better fights against the tanks probably will win.
Yeah, I don't know much.
It's also hard to call.
I don't know much about how Molded Pixels plays, but Yaku generally doesn't like playing mech or anything of sorts, so it will probably be something like Biotank.
Yeah.
Probably something with Ravens as well, because he likes his Raven harass. But like not mass Ravens, just harass.
But they're also really good Ravens in TVT, especially with the anti-armor missile. And if you get like 2 and they have full energy, you have 4 oh god, what's they called? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm going blank on this. Scrambler missiles. So those are the ones that put them offline. So you can like effectively take 4 tanks out of a fight really quickly. So I think as long as he keeps the Ravens alive, I've always liked that opening from Yaku. And I think he's going to get away with being greedy because Mola didn't even go for Reapers. Oh, he might be going for mass Cyclones though. Yeah, 2 Cyclones will be on the way, I'm sure.
Yep.
But I mean, Yakizaki is going to be so much further with his economy because his CC's finishing now, and Molded hasn't even. I mean, he's got his SCV Patrol in
Yeah,
there,
he's
but he
about
doesn't
to
have
plant it, but yeah, he doesn't
Mm.
have the resources quite yet.
And he keeps spending the money. So I mean, this is a waste of an SCV. This SCV should just be.
Yeah, and now the Reapers will
mining.
pick it up. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, that cyclone came out just in
Ooh,
time. But,
the timing.
yeah. But that was very good for Yaku because Mulder definitely wanted to put a CC down
I mean,
and he's delayed it even more.
He saw the important parts too, didn't he? Like he saw there's no expansion yet. He saw the cyclones. I think for the most part he saw the important things.
Yeah, and he's getting an engineering bay, which I mean he always does, but he's going to be able to. Because I think he did scout the Banshee. Yeah, he scouted it as a tech lab, so that's normally points to Banshees. I don't know if Molded will go Banshees, but he's got the engineering bay where he can just make turrets at any time to ward off the Banshees. And if he just keeps building SCVs, he's going to get super far ahead in terms of his economy.
That's an interesting missile turret in Yaku's base. He's just like making that fence on the edges of the base.
I think he realizes I mean it's not necessary in my opinion. He doesn't need to build this many turrets, but I think he realizes that he's ahead, and then things he could die to is like Banshees or maybe like a Doom drop. So I mean it's just being super safe.
Also, if you can afford it, like you can just make the static defense and like not really worry about it. Just focus on being aggressive later in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they definitely have their use. Especially in TVT, when Doom drops are just such a massive thing. But Molded's just being super defensive. Where if you're going to be the one who's going to go gas up 2 gases against the person who's going Reaper fast expand, you've got to be aggressive in some way. And I feel like this Banshee's just going to come way too late. I think Yaku will have everything he needs. He's got turrets in the mineral line. I think he even had a Viking on the way. I'm not sure where it is. It's hovering by the would be 4th base, or he could take it at the 3rd base. But as soon as the Banshee starts to do damage, he can just pull this back, and this Banshee should really do absolutely no damage. So I really like Yaku's position going into the mid game here.
Yeah, and the Banshee, is still alive? Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It did pick up one SCV, but that's not worth it.
And it was a massive investment because sometimes you just go for a reactor on the starport where he's gone for a tech lab and he still hasn't switched it off. And what you really want to be doing is starting medevac production at some point, or if you're playing mech, go for Vikings. But this push is a bit scary. It's a tiny bit scary. As long as Yaku has these tank siege though, especially with this wall that he's put down, these cyclones shouldn't do much damage.
Yeah, cyclones are scary in every matchup, I think, but...
Yeah, but he's moving this medevac out, yeah.
And it got scouted by the Viking, so he knows exactly what's happening.
Yeah, he should just play defense now, because he does need a little bit of marine support to deal with this. I think he's got 3 tanks, which should be more than enough. But with the marine support, this should be an easy hold. And then he can just do drops once he's holds us.
Speaking of the cyclones, this is pretty much head already.
Yeah, I don't think these cyclones can do any damage. Especially with that one, even 2 marauders there, yeah, these cyclones are going to die. He does need to keep making SCVs though, because Molded is starting to catch up a little bit. They both haven't made SCVs over the last 30 seconds, so he should be
I guess
okay.
they have a similar problem.
Yeah, but Yaku's macroing really well in terms of making army. Even though Molded lost a lot there, I feel like he hasn't been, especially the fact that he's taken so long to switch his starport off onto your reactor. His tank production is also very late. Yaku's definitely keeping up in terms of making units, which is really good until now when he got supply block.
Yeah, Molded is only now making a reactor on the starport. He hasn't been doing any. He hasn't been making any units from it for a long time.
Yeah, and
he's preparing a bunker. Like I think he's expecting a counter attack of sorts, but Yaku is just dropping.
And I think if Yaku's not gonna go for a huge attack, he should take a 3rd base, especially in TVT. These Marines getting 4 SCVs, pretty nice. Not going to lose the medevac. Spoke too soon.
Yep. Those are cyclones we're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's taking a third behind it, so pretty fine.
Yeah. This is really good.
The,
Really good
the
for
4
him.
SCVs are not much, but what it means is that Molded is staying at the base because he knows that he has to defend.
Yeah. And I think some people, when they realize their opponent is
Also,
playing mech in
did
TVT,
he just block himself? This Molded
I think
left.
he may have.
I don't know if they can feast you.
Yeah.
They can't. Oh. Oh.
I mean, you could just put the supply depots down though.
Yeah, sure. But he has to notice that first.
Yeah.
He's scanning the third base, so he knows what's up on Yaku's side.
I don't like that he keeps making Marines though. Like, if you're gonna play mech, which he's obviously doing, he's got 3 factories now. You don't need to keep making Marines because Marines, the later the game goes on, the Marines are gonna do absolutely nothing. They're not gonna have any stim, not gonna have combat shield, not gonna have any upgrades. They're basically just gonna be useless supply. And instead of making Marines, you should just be focusing on making Hellions. I think it's an absolute waste.
Oh, what? Did he see it? The Marauder just passed it by. I didn't check fast enough. Well, this is awkward.
Wow. That was super strange.
I like the spotter Marauder, by the way.
Yeah. One unit you should not be using as a marauder, but it got the job done.
Yep. It's really worth it.
I would like Yaku to do an attack about now. If he scans for third base, if he sees that there's a third base going down, I think it is worth just putting pressure on because the mech army, it's very hard to like engage, especially if it's on such a low count at this point. The Liberator is going to come in though.
The turret fence that we were laughing about is actually useful.
And the Liberator's dead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was useful. It was.
Another 10. He actually predicted that, and that was exactly the purpose.
Yeah.
And now he scans the army. But he still doesn't know about the third, does he? Yeah, he still hasn't seen it.
But that really isn't a big army, and Mulder just keeps throwing away units.
Yeah,
I think he needs to be defensive. Yeah, this is really good.
Now he's scanning the third,
really good.
but the other one.
I think he's way ahead, and I don't think it's any way Mulder. As long as Yaki doesn't take a terrible fight, there's no way Mulder can stop him from denying this third base. I mean, his third base is almost saturated, and he's probably even take a fourth behind this. I think the space is just not defendable at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it takes time before he even gets here. And Yaku already has an army sieging it.
No, don't lose the tank for the Liberator. It's okay. He does need to be careful though of mass cyclones, but the fact that he's got so many Marauders, he should be okay. And there's only 2 tanks which are not even...
Yeah, they are not in range.
Yeah. This is brilliant for Yaki. He's taking such good trades, he's denying the third base. He's still making units, he's getting his upgrades. He can slowly push on this because Mulder just threw away so much army without the tanks.
He only has to be careful to not get too eager and like run into the tanks and cyclones because it looks tempting, but if you do it without thinking, it may not end well.
Yeah. I think that's the only way he loses this game at this point.
Look, you have to be careful because like sometimes he leaves the tanks in the front and cyclones can try to pick them up.
Yeah, he just needs to be patient at this point. Like,
yes,
you see, I mean, he does have a huge supply advantage. There's still 3 tanks, and he's still tacking into a choke point. If he is going to attack, he should definitely go for some kind of surround. That's a pretty big pick-off. He's going to get the 1 tank though.
Mulder decided to just take the other third instead.
Yeah, but it's not saturated at all, and he's going to struggle to hold this. Eventually, as long as Yaki just keeps inching forward, which he definitely should get.
But
no!
Leave the Marines. But it kind of triggered some sort of movement, which is actually kind of good, maybe.
What? No! He had the air advantage and he just gave it away. No! He just gave away the air advantage.
Yeah. So
I'm still liking Yaku's position, but that was a huge mistake.
another running through that way. Yeah, the problem is what?
Yeah, that's strange.
There's so many like movements in this game where we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like,
Oh, it looks like
I would
Molder's
do.
going to go for some kind of base trade though. If
trade?
even
Yeah, maybe
if
harass.
yeah, I would think it could work. But if Yaku even smells that this is coming, without the cyclones, he can jump on these 4
does
tanks. As
have,
long
like,
as he...
Yeah, he scans now, so he sees that the cyclones are not here. And he also has a sensor tower, so he knows that something is coming up. But does he react though?
He's not going to be able to take the space, but
No cancel.
as long
That
as...
was a kill. He's coming back. No.
Yeah, that's not what you should be doing. Because these
No.
cyclones are going to do so much damage by the time he gets back. He needed to try and go for the base trade. He had a much better army.
Yeah, now he's thinking about it.
Mm.
He's undecided. It's never good.
And now there's so many tanks. I think this is difficult for him now. This is a difficult position.
Yeah, he has to base trade at this point. Trying to just run in.
He does get rid of the tanks though.
He does.
He does.
And they're just
He does
Vikings.
win the fight, yeah. But this bunker's still going to be difficult to break. He does
Not
break
really.
it. Okay, so this is weird now because they both like
Yeah.
started the base trade at the same time, but I feel like if Yaku just
But
keeps
Molden
making
is
units,
not
he's
even
gonna-
looking
he's
at his
gonna-
cyclones, they're just standing there.
Yeah, he needs to be a lot more active with that. But he does have 3 tanks, so Yaku can't actually push up this ramp. Oh no!
Yeah. Go away. No.
But that's okay because I feel like he's still mining from that other base. I think it'll be difficult for Mol to actually break the main base. I think he should just go to the 3rd base, and I think he'll be absolutely be fine. Yaku. It's still very difficult. The Cyclones are still very good, but
Yeah.
eventually I think he's going to be able to win the base trade out. I think he should also pull his SCVs to help with the fight.
Yeah. Maybe.
This is very strange.
Yeah, Yaku is checking the main base and there's like nothing there. He's just gonna doom drop it. Like, it's just the 3 tanks, 2 cyclones. No, 4 cyclones. Molten is not doing any rallies on his buildings, like the units are just waiting there.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't go into these Vikings, he's actually going to go home. I actually
He doesn't
don't mind
know.
that.
He doesn't know, he's hesitating. Oh, no! Not into the turrets! No!
Yeah, that was very bad. That was incredibly
dear.
bad.
Oh
Yaku
dear.
just, I think he may have just threw.
Oh dear. I mean, the cyclones on the other side are almost dead.
Yeah, but Mulder's got a pretty good army though. Well, it's still waiting in his base.
Yeah. It's all about like, what's the next move?
Hmm.
Because Yaku has a mining base, and yeah, Molde just started mining his natural.
I think Mulder should probably attack. He should try and.
He
But
should.
what Yaku should do is just play super defensive at this point and take another base,
Yeah.
which he's doing. I mean, obviously he shouldn't be taking that base. There's no point. There's not enough minerals. I would take this 3rd base and just add on a lot of barracks from this point, which just makes mass
The
roll.
counter attack is coming though.
No tanks though. He needs the tanks. Like Yaku's army still crushes Molders. in a
Yaku
straight up
also
fight
has
without
better
those
upgrades.
tanks. Yeah, like he needs these tanks molded, or this attack is gonna fall flat on its face.
Yaku is just double expanding because why not? Might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. I think, but maybe it probably would be better just to take 1 base because that's all he really needs to do, and just build some more axes. Because I mean, look, he's got so many SCVs, but they're just not mining at all efficiently. And once he gets this base up, he can just pump out Marines and Marauders pretty quickly.
The Vikings are harassing the main base of Molde. Okay. Hellions.
I think he has to, like, he doesn't have the greatest gas income. I mean, I don't know. This is really strange. I think Molded probably losing the end because he lost. He only had one base in the end, where Yaku had two, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
definitely
I think
telling
the
right now.
economy is playing a big part here. He
And
he keeps losing SCVs to those two Vikings. It's kind of funny.
And he's got
actually.
nothing to kill them at this point because the cyclones are across the map. This is good for Yaku. Oh no, but no, he's loading up, boys.
Oh dear, he's
He
gonna
doesn't-
double drop.
He, does,
Are they
he
gonna
doesn't need
meet?
to do this.
Are they gonna meet? No.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna pass each other.
I think we might get another base trade. Oh
Another
no,
attempt.
this game.
Oh dear.
I think Yaku's just he's not reading the game properly here.
Yeah.
If he read the game properly, he would know that he's ahead because he killed. Oh, he's gonna lose the base as well.
Yep.
He knows he killed so many.
He's just doom dropping the main.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely still win, but I think the only way he loses this game is in a base trade,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
And all those SCVs on this base. Oh. Oh.
Get them out of there! Okay, they're all dead. Run like you've never run before, SCVs. Go! Get
Yeah, I
out,
think he's
get-
just going for a base trade. I mean,
Yeah, I
wait,
think he has
wait a
to.
second. Yeah, Molded has no Vikings, so in theory, if Yaku lifts off, yeah, he has to hide now, because Yaku has two Vikings, and Molded doesn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, the win condition for Malden is he's got to kill this entire army from Yaku. If he doesn't do that, then and he doesn't lose the Vikings, of course, Yaku, then he wins.
Yeah, the
He just
Vikings
wins.
are hidden between the natural and third base. They're pretty safe for now. If he doesn't like run them into a turret or something,
Yeah.
which is very
As
possible.
long as he, yeah, as long as he micros his Vikings, I think he wins this game. However, like Molded's army is still very strong, especially with the tanks.
Yeah.
And there's no, don't attack the planetary fortress.
Oh dear.
Okay, wait, he's okay.
Okay.
He's okay.
Yeah, with the like he had enough bio to take it. I don't think he should leave those refineries though, but I guess it's another planetary.
I think Molded's like shot himself in the foot here because
Yeah,
now Yaku cannot. I mean, he cannot lift this base.
yeah.
But Yaku
Like-
just lost a whole lot of army there. That was bad.
Yeah, but those
I
are the
don't know-
last buildings. Literally the last buildings. Like those two SCVs are just running for their lives because all Molded has is a raffinery and a turret. There's no
Yeah, but he
buildings
can
on the
make a
map.
CC though. He can make a CC, which he's about to do now.
Yeah.
But I think Yaku smells where it is.
I mean he scanned
Oh,
he scanned the SCVs running.
He just lost the two Vikings though. He just lost the two Vikings to
turret?
the turret. Yeah.
I knew it! I was looking at
draw.
the Vikings, I was like, they don't have very high health, this turret is too close.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
this is a
shit.
draw.
Oh
and
shit.
he's missed where the base is. Yeah, this is. Or actually, I think Molded probably wins this eventually because he's gonna
going
get this
to the
base.
base. Yaku doesn't
Oh,
know.
God. Yeah.
He has no
I
idea.
think he missed the fact that Molded's building another CC. Oh, this is so bad.
Yeah, and he can defend versus this army.
Yeah, he cannot.
He's only a bit of bio. He knows where that CC is though, so he's gonna try to snipe it before Molded snipes him.
Oh my
Or,
god.
or is he?
I think Yaku's gonna win this.
Or is he?
No! Why are you going to the main base?
Why?
Yaku.
No, don't go
If
back.
this
Don't
base
go
gets
back.
up.
You know where
If
it
this
is.
base gets up. Oh my god.
He still has two starports. He just has to hide them. He has no Yaku. No. You can't defend this base. No. Stop it. Come on.
Oh no. And now he can just lift Molded this base. Okay, so these starports need to run for their lives. Because that's Yaku's win condition.
Yeah. I mean, there's no win condition if this base lifts.
Yeah, he's not gonna kill it in time.
Can he? Or can he?
I think he may be able to. No,
Oh, no,
see,
what?
this is a mistake from Molded.
Molded!
Oh,
Molded just killed himself, basically.
yeah, he won. Yaku's done it. He's done it. Yes!
Yes.
He's done it.
Oh dear!
Oh,
How?
oh my god!
This was so close!
I'm out of breath. What a game!
How? Like,
Oh my god!
basically Molded in the last second killed himself by like misclicking the command center. Like if he
yeah.
clicked it away, like there's a chance that the Marines wouldn't make it in time. I still think if he microed, like he could snipe it before it like flies too
Yeah.
far. But yeah, that was a bit of a mistake. Oh
Yeah,
dear.
Marlon also made a huge mistake where his army's so much stronger. What he should do is just defend his CC. Maybe he send half his army. He maybe is not knowing how small Yaku's army is, but his win condition there was probably just setting up a base, and because Yaku would never been able to break this with the tanks and stuff back there. I think Molda through. I think Yaku through, but eventually Yaku came up on top. They both had their chance to throw the game. I'm watching the chat. I want to see how everyone reacts. I think Yaku just needs to be a little bit more decisive in some stage of the game, and I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, it was very dangerous when Yaku like wasn't decided if he wants to attack or not. Like he would be like coming back, no, maybe I will attack, no, maybe I will stay. Like the time that takes to make a decision is very precious.
Yeah. If he had started attacking the base right in the beginning, he would have won. The game much earlier, but he won in the end. That's all that matters.
Yep. That counts. That counts.
I love that everyone's going mad in the chat.
Yes. Okay.
Yaku's a hero.
Yeah, some of just Yaku's games are always special.
Yeah.
Just Yaku games.
Next we've got Milk coming up.
Okay. Milk versus Arctos. Race is
I'm gonna check. I mean, by the name, I'm assuming Protoss, but let's rather check.
think so. I don't know.
He is still loading. According to mine, he's Terran.
Oh.
Yeah. Another TVT, oh god.
Yeah, so many Terrans.
It's on Lost and Found, which is like,
Okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly like Acid Plant, but it's very similar. I had so much fun casting that. I think that's the most fun I've ever had casting a game, because I've never seen one go so close like that. Moving the starports to a different location was a genius move. I know it seems like simple.
No. The true genius move was the turret that sniped the Liberator. It was all planned.
I hope we see something similar for Milk in this game, but just not so.
I mean, okay, let me put it differently. Milk knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Unlike Yaku. Yaku just has the spider sense to know what he's doing.
Yeah. I think if he obviously if he had realized earlier that there was a base trade, he would have jumped on those tanks before they got even to. I think he molded 3.
He could have.
And then when he attacked, and he would have like killed all of Molded's production before the Cyclones even got into the main, and that would have just been GG. But I mean, he got into he got the game in the end.
Okay, wait. I have to remember to like change all the overlays, the casting tool here, manage the lobby. Like everything has to work. Okay, everything is cool. Okay, really.
And as long as you're on the right server, we're good.
Oh dear.
Another anxious wait. You know, you'd think after all this time, after 8 years, I'd get a game that's bug free.
Sure. If you ever try to program anything, you know how it looks on the inside. Okay. I'll begin with the intros.
In the bottom left of Lost and Found, in the green, playing for Team All Inspiration, he is Arctos. And in the top right, in the purple, the great nemesis of one of the greatest random players that's ever played the game. For CranKy Ducklings, he is Milk and Cookies.
Okay, let's see what happens this time. Is it gonna be one of those games where like Milk comes in and he's like, I'm gonna show you how it's done properly?
I hope so, and just crush him.
I mean, so far it looks like it. And like Milk is coaching Yaku, so their builds tend to be similar because of that.
I think that they're both gonna go for a Reaper Fast Expand, which is quite unusual in TVT. Normally one player would go for it, but if you're gonna go for a Reaper Fast Expand, I think Lost and Found you can get it done.
Is it just me, or in the last game, I think more that SCV scouted too? Or did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Because some people SCV scout, some people just prefer to go Reaper for scouting and don't send the SCV then.
I think though if you go double gas, I don't think there's any need to scout with an SCV because your Reaper should come out and do the scouting for you, and because you're going to go for like an early factory, you'll get a Cyclone out, and that kind of defends all early stuff. I mean, I think you're definitely going to scout with the Reaper, but I guess whatever.
Really now.
Each player to their own. No.
First blood.
I always feel a little bit of anger though when I see a Terran brother an SCV attacking another brother's SCV. That's just not okay. I may have switched around him a long time ago, but I still have that Terran tendencies. It's just not okay. Just don't do it.
Poor SCV survived the attack. The harassment he received from his own people.
Traitor.
But yeah, Milk is made the Reapers and he's keeping them at home for defense. And Arctos only made one, as far as I know. Are they gonna? They're not gonna meet.
No, but this is bad for. I want to say Arctos because he's only got 2 Marines out at this point. I think he might have the extra 4.
Yeah,
but there's only one. There's got only one Reaper coming across the map, and Yaku has Milk has a Cyclone already.
No, the SCV. The damage SCV was still there, and it died to one Reaper.
At least he saved the mule.
Milk lost the Reaper as well.
Yeah. At least he gets in though and gets a scout. It's not all for nothing.
Get the information at least. That would be really fun if that SCV got the Reaper.
Yeah. But it's also very important that I think it's important because he sees a very fast tech lab on the factory, and you definitely want to keep going in and seeing what Arctos is going to do from there, because that's normally standard. It normally takes a while to get into factory tank production. So keeping this Reaper alive would be really, really good for him because he can just keep ducking in and out and being annoying.
Just going around the base, just checking what's
happening.
Oh, you got
an SCV.
Yeah.
That's nice. Very nice. Oh, and Why did you unsiege the tank? I think he's gonna get the Reaper now. No.
Where is he? No. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a miscontrol from Arctos, but he does get the Reaper in the end. But Milk does count it as a second tank, which means
Yeah. Meanwhile,
there's
Mick
gonna
is
be an attack
switching to
coming up.
Mac.
Oh wow. But there's gonna be a. I was about to say Doom drop, but this is far from a Doom drop. And the thing
This is one medivac Doom drop.
And the thing is, Milk is clever because he knows this is coming because he's seen the early medevac and he's seen the early tanks. No, but then he moves the Cyclones. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Cyclones are still going to be
The
good.
turret is just in the right place. He should have seen the drop.
Cyclones are so incredibly good though against like this kind of drop. I just so no. Why are you attacking your supply depot?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, that drop is just done. It did a little bit of damage, but that's it. No, the depot. No.
Oh no. Not gonna happen.
Deep.
And that's the one thing that Cyclones in the early game are really good at. Like, I think that's why a lot of people started to play this kind of mass Cyclone style. Because it's just so good against like this early like kind of Doom drops.
Yeah, it's really good at defending. Because they are very mobile and the DPS is pretty high.
And if he jumps on this tank now, which I think he's gonna do,
No. But he gets a medivac. That's always
nice.
something.
And he's gonna see the third base. Oh, he's gonna cancel it. No, attack the SCV. No, what are you doing?
I mean, he's just gonna kill it, maybe.
No, if Arctos is clever, he can repair this.
No, not worth it. Not worth it. Should have just killed the SCV. But he's taking his own threat behind it, so I guess at least he delays it.
But it would have been so far ahead because Arctos had no chance of ever defending that base once it got the SCV died, so he would have had to cancel it. So now, I mean, I still like Milk's position because he's traded really well. He's going to mech and his army is looking pretty strong, and his SCV productions have been a lot more consistent. But that was a bit of a mistake. And he scouts the move out though. I mean, I don't know what this move out is from Arctos. It's like 6 Marines. But he does spot it, which is important. So the space.
This is the secret heat squad. You're gonna snipe the SCVs.
It's
and
like,
go back home, apparently.
Maybe he's just using them to scout, but that's a whole lot of SCVs. I mean, Marines to scout. Yeah, I think he realizes it.
I mean, might as well use them as spotters, I guess.
Yeah. I don't mind that, but it just seemed like he was just gonna command them into tanks, so that's a bad idea. But talking about game, where the game's at, Milk is, in my opinion, way ahead. He's going to start to get some Vikings out, which means he's going to get the air advantage pretty quickly. Whereas Arctos has just been making medevacs, he's getting his upgrades. He's got almost full saturation on 3 bases. He's got 56 workers to 38. Third base has been up for longer. His army looks better. This is looking really good for Milk. The next move for him is just make sure he takes some gas. Yeah, this is the issue with mech. Like, even though like Yaku's, I mean, God, I keep making the same mistake. Even though Milk is ahead, and I think even though the army spy looks like good for Arctos.
Oh, the move out from Arctos.
He's gonna spot it though with
with all the sensor towers. Like, he knows exactly where it's coming.
And I don't think he has combat shield on these Marines, which is a huge deal. Like, these tanks are going to just shred them. He's going to go for a huge drop, which, if Milk is in the right position, which he is, he's going to shut this down. He shouldn't be shooting the medevac, shoot the tanks! Oh my god, not through.
Yeah, the focus fire, not the best, but it's doing its work.
Oh, if he just shot the tanks instead of killing the medevacs. I mean, He's still
cleaned it up, but he lost a lot doing so.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Those tanks on the back help a lot, for sure.
Yeah. He just didn't need to. If he just let the Cyclones attack. You didn't even have to focus fire. You just let them attack.
Yeah, the
what's on
DPS
the
alone
ground.
like would snipe the tanks because they were sieged,
Yeah.
so they wouldn't shoot anyway.
I mean, the fact is, Arctos just hasn't been macroing well enough, which means Milk is still comfortably ahead, I think. As long as he doesn't do any moves like that. Oh, I love this move from Arctos. The secret base is such a smart move.
Yep.
But yeah, Milk is still going to be ahead. His fourth base is going to finish in the next minute or so. He's going to be able to land it, make it a planetary. He could even take a fifth base. He's getting his upgrades as well. I mean, it's still looking really good for Milk. Even
He's
though
also cleaning the spotter
worst
marines with Hellions.
which is so smart. I would never think to do this.
I mean, you got those Hellions, might as well use them.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the role of Hellions is the map control. No, he missed one.
But he's gonna see the secret base. No! If he sees the secret base,
No,
bad
you won.
for Arctos.
You won.
Very bad.
He's checking for a fourth though. Like, he's expecting it, but it's not there.
Yeah. Eventually, your senses, you start to like, okay, maybe a secret base, but by the time you think that, there's normally a planetary there, and you can start defending it as the person taking the secret base. So I think this base will get up. So Arctos can. That's his way of getting back in this game. But I mean, Milk is going to have his 2-2 done very, very soon. He's getting smart servos. His army is starting to look really, really scary. He's got the air advantage.
Also because
Arctos is...
because Milk is not getting like a secret base, he's just getting another orbiter, which means more mules, more scans, and generally that's gonna be useful.
Yeah, I do think he should take a fourth base though, with a planetary
right
or a fifth base.
With a planetary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just because it's mech, you really don't need the mules when you play mech. You really need the gas intake, and if you can make a planetary and have like one tag with that planetary, you can defend a lot of like counterattacks.
The push is spotted by the marine. Is Arctos just gonna go and greet it?
This army is so strong though from Milk.
You don't want to steam your marines into a tank army. That's not a good idea.
I think you should just make these Hellbats into Hellions.
Yeah,
sure.
At
least some of them.
I mean, they would be faster.
This is just looking bad for Arctos. He's only got one tank now. I don't think there's anything stopping Milk from actually engaging it. Okay, this is a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
That was the worst thing he could have done.
The moment you decide to jump with marines on a line of siege tanks, things are not going great.
His army came in two ways, which is obviously the last thing you want against tanks.
Yes. And like, Milk has a pretty good siege position right now. And Arctos units are coming through a choke as well.
Yeah.
This is just such a good siege position.
Even if he did attack with one wave, Arctos still would have lost that fight, but he lost it even worse than he should have. I mean, Milk can slow push it to win this game. Eventually, he'll win it out.
Moving with all the stuff.
Yeah, this is game.
Yeah, and while all of this is happening, there's another army coming at top. So while Arctos is focusing on defending this base, he's just gonna go to the natural.
And he's going for a base trade, which, I mean, a very ineffective base trade it's going to be. But I think that's his only option. But the thing is, Milk's spotted. He knows it's coming. He's just going to pull a few units at home and he'll hold whatever is coming. He does need to make sure, though, he's got units. He's kind of flooding them across the map at this point. But at this point, then there's no way Arctos kills this army. This base is eventually going to die, which he needs. A lot of SCVs. Like, this drop is just not going to do enough damage across the map for this game.
Yeah, he just evacuates and that's it. And just the reinforcements alone can fight this drop. It's not that big after all.
And
so...
it's okay. Every little trade, even if it's bad for Milk, he's still gonna.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, because Arctos production is just not keeping up right now.
Yeah, and as long as his milk moves his tanks a bit forward, he's gonna keep sieging this base. And there's absolutely no mining happen. And what he wanted to do is move a lot of these SCVs to the secret base. Oh my god, this is final fight. Look at these super.
GG.
That was a clinic from Milk. Except we'll forget the mass cyclone part, where it didn't attack the tanks. But other than that, he was. But you could sense he was by far the better player there.
Yeah. Like that was kind of like on the beginning we kind of saw it in like the way his build was folding out and like how his macro worked. That like in some little things he was like faster than the opponent or did them differently than the opponent. Like you could clearly see the difference.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, his macro was like on a different level, even though he lost 20 SCVs, and it was easily 20 SCVs in less than 10 seconds. He was still ahead, which is just a testament to how far ahead he was. Oh, I think we're gonna get a ZVZ. I believe Tool is a Zerg player.
Okay.
And I honestly think
Let's
Light is.
see. Catalyst. Our next map.
I'm really backing Light for this. He's saying wait now, but I think he should definitely go. His ZVZ is strong. It's a good map for him. His Catalyst. I mean, I know. I'm assuming. I'm assuming the other diamond is Claire, which he can also. His
Yeah, I don't know.
TVZ is also really good.
I don't know who's playing.
It's Claire.
Okay, Claire is playing. Yeah, because we wanted to like give everybody some screen time, right?
Yeah, true.
Sure. Okay, now to only find everybody I need to add to this lobby.
Where is Claire? I don't see him.
It's not in the lobby.
Oh my god.
Claire,
I
get
can
in.
hear...
I think Claire dropped.
They on stream the SCV is dying. Arctos' SCV is dying. I can just hear a lot of Terrans just going mad in the background.
Oh dear. Like, can you actually hear him?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Our rooms aren't right next to each other, so he was shouting.
Oh dear. Okay.
That was fun though. It wasn't the usual. That was actually just.
Yeah, all of those games are very interesting.
Oh, I still can't get over that game.
Is Terran not even alive? Like, I think you should check on him. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I would be worried.
He's asking me how triggered I am. I'm actually not that triggered. That was fun.
Okay, so let me change it to Claire then.
Nano makes a good point. That wasn't TVT. That was TV Mech. But to be fair, Arctos just did everything wrong. Except maybe even that attack should have been shut down. But I think so many people just get so aggro when you're playing against Mech. I mean, his macro was behind, so he was always going to be unable to outproduce, which you really want to do as the bioterror. But sometimes, just make sure you macro and get your 4 bases. But you got to start more order production. You got to decide if you're going to make tanks or not, because some players just do mass marine marauder, which works. And you've got to focus on getting the air advantage. You've got to get a lot of Vikings, and then once you get that air advantage, you can start building liberators, which just shuts down and make army really well. I mean, it's very difficult. It's easier said than done. I hate playing against mech players. It's so difficult.
I mean, as a Zerg, don't get me started on playing versus mech. I hate it. I mean, not as much as playing versus Mars Raven, but
it's close.
it's close.
I agree. I only recently, like the last 3 months, started winning against Mech as Zerg.
Yeah.
So I practice my Viper control so much.
Yeah, I'm only starting to like learn Viper control because in general casters are difficult to me.
Yeah. No, I mean it's taken me the Diamond. I think my Zerg's about Diamond 1, and I still hadn't learned how to use Ravens properly until Vipers until recently.
I mean, spellcasters are mostly the most difficult part, I would say. Probably not for everybody, but for the most people, like spellcasters are the difficult part to like go over.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I still struggled to use Ghosts as well. I think once you get your macro down, like you're always going to be able to get into the late game as long as you're okay with the scouting. So I think macro is still much more important, and then once you've got that down, you start focusing on the spellcasters and that kind of thing.
Okay, what else can we say about TVT while Blizzard has to fix their things? Because for the past 10 minutes, as we've been talking, Claire has been trying to join the lobby and failing.
Blizzard, please.
Blizzard, help. Help. Oh dear.
I think one thing we may have seen if we went to the late game, I don't know if Milk does it. A lot of people don't like BCs in TVT or BCs at all, but I think BCs are pretty good if you can get the air advantage.
I mean, you probably just triggered Steel. Saying.
Yeah, I know, I know, but I understand where Steel's coming from. Like, I completely agree with him. In almost all situations, you should never make BCs because for 400 minerals and 300 gas, they're garbage units. But if you get to the late game in TVT, and you get the air advantage, and you still got your tanks, and you still got if you do upgrades, you get 3/3. BCs are very hard to deal with. You have to almost have a better Viking count, and it's so difficult to do with these tanky BCs.
BCs are generally, I would say, like BCs are like situational unit. Like there's some cases where they just happen to work.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a way you can play them in Zerg, but as I said, for 400 minerals and 300 gas, they should be so much more useful than they are. It's a real shame that I think Blizzard haven't focused enough on the battlecruiser, because it could change Terran late game, as we know it. Instead of having to buff these Ravens and having mass Ravens, give the BCs a chance to be in the meta. I think that'd be really cool. I know it's hard to do, but that would be really, really cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
So after all, we're gonna go with light because Claire's internet, I guess, is just refusing to cooperate today.
Yeah.
So
it may also just be a Blizzard thing, but probably not.
I mean, Claire sometimes has issues for different reasons. Like some time ago, like his PC literally burned. I think like he turned it on and then it was just smoke.
Oh.
I'm like, okay, are you alive?
What the hell? That's the time when you retire.
But you know what surprised me more, because he was telling us how he turned on the PC, it beeped and there was smoke and stuff, and then like few hours later I see him. Oh yeah, I did like I just turned it on, like I let it cool down. I'm like, it's gonna explode. Like if you keep doing this.
If there was smoke coming out of my PC, I would just take it to get fixed.
Yeah, I think he's fixed something, but like I don't know what actually happened. like if he actually got something done, but like he has various kinds of issues sometimes.
I mean, I'm confident to fix my own computer for certain issues, but if there's smoke coming out, I'll be like, no, this is above my pay grade. There's no way.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
And the top left in the purple, representing Team All Inspiration. He needs to win this game for them to have any chance of taking this clan war. He is the Zerg player, Tool.
By the way, I hope you enjoyed the fanfare milk.
Always. The bottom right, representing Team CranKy, on match point in the green, for all the way from Australia. He is Light VIP.
Okay, so what do we see?
I'm very proud of Light. Actually, Light always does go pull first in ZVZ, but
yeah,
I think this is the safe play. If he had looked at this as Tool's MMR, he would have seen that he is significantly the better player. So I think it is definitely better to go pull first, because you can easily die to 13, 12, or any of the early, especially on casters. So I think this is a very, very smart move. A lot of Zergs will just be very very stubborn about it, even though they are the better player, and just die to some kind of all-in. CVZ is just such a difficult matchup. Just make it as easy as possible for you.
Yeah, like generally goes pull first in ZVZ, but like not like super fast pull first, but like you know 17 pull or something, and the Bane straight after.
He's gonna get aggressive.
Oh yeah.
He can also do it, which I like. I definitely like. But he can also do it off. You can still do a kind of a macro behind it. You can get the Baning Nest.
Yeah,
get some
that
damage,
is not
and
an
just drone
all-in
out.
by all means.
Yeah. I couldn't think of the word. I'm so bad with English. I meant to say that all-in. It's a summing.
You're bad with English, but it's me who's like
Yeah,
not native speaker.
Yeah. I definitely
Tool
feel
knows
your
that
pain.
that's coming though. Like he spotted it with the Overlord, so like he's preparing to defend.
Yeah, and Light could have just poked it a little bit, but it's also 100% okay going home. The fact that it was spotted. I think now he needs to just stop making some drones, and he should be okay.
I mean, the good part is that like he caused the reaction. Like he caused Tool to be uncomfortable, to make defenses, to make more links, to make spine crawler. Like he used all of these resources for an attack that isn't coming.
Exactly. I mean, he's got to be very careful with this kind of a counter-attack. Tools has made these units now to prepare for what he thought was coming from Light. I think he's just going to make a couple bayonets, which is what he's doing, and he should be okay. I wouldn't even mind a third base at some point. Again, it's also so difficult to call with CVZ, like because it's so difficult to just poke in with the overlords. You've got to kind of do the scouting with the links. And sometimes you just don't get any information. Like Light doesn't know what we know. If he knew what we knew, he would 100% just drone up and take a third base. But he's actually just going to be aggressive. He's going to head across the map
and
make some banelings. That's really nice, actually. And I think he's going to. I don't think Tool saw those banelings, which is super important. Because if he sees those banelings, he knows there's something coming. Like 4 lings across the map is not a surprise, but with these banelings,
he has some defensive banelings himself though, so
yeah. But Light has just got a really good army. As long as he brings it across the map, I think he can get some damage done here.
It's coming. This is gonna get aggressive. This baneling is almost sniped though. Gotta be careful.
Okay, important scout though for Light. He sees how. That could have been almost very bad. But he sees how little drones there are.
Okay. Oh, gonna get the drones? Yeah, he got a few.
That's nice. It's really nice.
And there are more coming.
Like it just make drones behind us at this point.
That's gonna.
Oh god.
That could have been much worse. That could have been much worse.
Yeah.
For both sides.
I think Light should stop making units at this point. Or go home.
Oh
I think you
dear.
should go. Oh wow.
Just
Yeah,
making
that's
banelings in the face. Whatever.
That's when you just cancel all your banelings and go home. Because
Yeah.
if someone's making that many banelings, surely they're going to be aggressive.
Yeah, and they have the resources for it.
Good trades though. You get.
Yeah,
I
he
think that
does
was about
sniper
5
kill.
lanes. You just continue to be aggressive, Light. I mean, there's Tool to make a whole lot of workers though, but that's a whole lot of banings. I think it'd just be better to take a third base at this point, which is about to do now. Go home and defend, because
I think we spotted, so.
yeah. So I mean, Tool can still choose to be aggressive because I mean he's been mining a lot more than Light, so his unit count is a lot higher. So Light's just going to be a little bit careful. I like that he's keeping to make units, but he needs to make sure this third base goes up pretty soon.
He saves the drone.
Yeah, very nice. Which means it'll go down right now. As long as he defends his third base, he's not. If he loses this third base and Tool manages to get it, then Light's in a very bad position. But he does have a Roach Warren. Both players do. And Light's going for Carapace upgrade, which is pretty strange.
Not really. I mean, Carapace is useful, especially with Link Bane Wars, because that means that like your links don't die from one hit of a Baning.
Yeah, you're right. I think he realized he's just got so many links of Banes that he needs to try and make use of them with the Carapace upgrade. And he is going to go into Roach production at some point, so yeah, I actually think it's a pretty smart move. Nice hits for Light. That's really good trades. This third base is not really at assault yet. This is starting to look good for Light. I was a little bit worried because Tool was being so defensive and he had a lot of drones and the economy was looking pretty good, but I think Light should be okay.
I would say this is kind of hard to observe when both of them are just sending links and Banes around.
Oh my god, are we going for like a base trade already?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh
yeah,
dear.
I like that Light's coming home. I think he might not defend this third base, which is obviously an issue, but going for a base trade into defensive. Yeah, this base is going to go down, but a lot of links that go down. I think Light can actually counter and destroy the third base.
He's catching the queen on the other side.
And all the banelings are now dead. I think if he just... There you go, I think he can get it cancelled. I think he may be able to. I think he's following up with the roaches as well. He just needs to come back. He doesn't need to attack right now.
Oh,
if he just waits...
He's catching all the roaches.
And it's before the +1 upgrade finishes. Just finished with the roaches now. Which means all the roaches are going to go down. His entire army's dead.
Base.
Third base is dead. I mean, this is bad for Tool. The fact that he hit just before the carrot... Yeah, but the fact is he's just going to keep having to cut in these reinforcements. Light. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was a little too eager.
Yeah, he should have focus fired the hatchery, I think.
Yeah.
But also, see, another plus of the Carapace upgrade instead of attack is that it influences all the units, and when you get the attack, it's just one type of the unit. So now his roaches are actually stronger, funnily enough.
It was very smart. Very, very smart. I mean, I think he's going to lose out to this battle because of the defender's advantage eventually.
Yeah.
So I think he should just pull back right now instead of going for it.
I think he should focus the hatchery and leave.
Yeah, for sure. Because his third base is about to finish, so he's going to have that going for him.
Like, you just want the advantage. This is not a killing move. You just want the advantage here.
Especially without roach speed.
Snipe it! Please, snipe it!
You can snipe it, you can even snipe it and get away.
Snipe it!
That's dead. Good.
Finally! That took a while. But
this is incredibly
winning.
Close though.
Like, despite the winner's advantage, he's winning those fights.
Yeah.
And they're both just staying on roaches. Like, there's no transition so far.
I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried though for Light, because now roach speed just finished for Tool, which means Light cannot escape. He cannot escape with these roaches. So if he takes one bad fight, it's just going to snowball in a very bad way for him.
He's hitting the roaches with a corrosive fire. It's funny.
Like it may look like a small thing, but any little advantage you can get in these fights is such a big deal. I don't think he should attack though. I honestly think the right move is to just contain.
I mean, yeah, he's just poking. He's just poking. It's not like a decisive attack. Yeah.
If Tool if he wanted to be aggressive, he could actually have got these Ravagers and Roaches that are retreating just because he had a few links. But the fact that he's not, this is incredibly good for Light. I'm loving his position in this game. And he's going to be an upgrade ahead because Tool didn't get any upgrade after getting +1 attack. So he's going to be +1 attack and Carapace. He's going to have Hydras just as quickly as Tool. Like that was something that maybe Tool could have had to his advantage. Get Lurkers quickly. So I mean, it's not over yet, but Light is definitely ahead. And Roche Speed is on the way as well. So he should be okay if he goes for some kind of counter attack, which is exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, Light is preparing for another attack on that third base.
Yeah, and he's got the upgrade advantage, and he's even got a couple Banelings. I mean, 3 Banelings is doesn't seem like they're going to do a lot.
Just to kill the links that are running around.
Yeah, it's going to soften up the. It can soften up. I think with the rest of these links, you should also make Banelings. You can kill the links and soften up some of the Roaches, which in these Roach wars, especially the way that Light's going for it, it's going to be a big deal.
So once again, Light has a really good vision of his overlords, so he knows more or less where Tool's army is. So that's why he knows where to pick the fights.
Yeah, and again, the thing is, Tool has to defend this third base. He has to, but he's also already behind. If he loses his third base, I mean, Lightyear is going to go home, which is still not a bad option because he saw how little drones there were at this base, so he knows that he's ahead. So going home is not the worst option. I think he just needs to start making units for a bit and just make sure he gets this third base saturated. Get a Lurker in. I don't think he even has to get a lot of units out because Tool just doesn't have the means to produce right now. Get the tech advantage and there's almost no way he can lose. It's smart play. It's just really, really smart play.
I wonder if Light is gonna get Lurker then though. Not getting one so far. And Tool's is already done.
Normally you want to wait with it, but because he's got such an advantage on almost everything, I like that as well. But I think Lurkerden's not that expensive. I think it's like 75. It's worth just getting because it's just such a strong tech path.
Yeah, I just think that Light doesn't use Lurkers that much in general. Like, just not his thing as much. I mean, maybe sometimes he does, but just not very often.
Yeah. Oh, that's definitely
not as often as me.
Yeah. Well, I only use them against Porus, so I cannot use them against Terran.
I use my Lurkers and put them in really mean spots and just wait for something to walk into them. Perfect. One time it was Yaku.
See, the issue now is Tool's got he's really far down in the armor supply, but he's got Lurkers now, which means it's so supply efficient.
Light has only one Overseer with that army.
Yeah.
So if it gets sniped by Hydras, that's 0 detection by Hydras or Queens.
He either needs to go for Lurkers himself or he needs to tech up. Okay, he's going for both. He's going for Infestation and a Lurker then.
This is also a good angle to attack, with all that army being trapped there.
Yeah.
He has to be careful though.
I think he just needs to get the third base and go home.
Yeah.
It's so hard to attack into Lurkers.
He killed this base again.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he needed to do here. He doesn't actually need to kill him. I think unless if he wants to go for a killer bow, just make a couple of Ravagers and just pile these Lurkers down. Other than that, he can definitely go home, get a hive, go to Spire Tech, get some Broodlords, and he'll win. Because there's just no way Tool's going to be able to.
Yep, he sniped the Lurker. And he sniped the base, no counter.
This is really good. This is incredibly good for Light.
And the Queens as well. The positioning was not very good there.
And Tool keeps having to make more Lurkers, which he almost can barely afford at this point.
He's contained on 2 bases when Light has 4.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the worker count. He's got to hope for an incredible fight here. Tool, an insane fight. And then go across the map and end the game. Because even if he kills this army, That's smart. He's going for a base trade. But I mean, Lance gonna see it. He's not reacting though. He should react. He should go home. He should go home. I think. I think base trade is the only way he loses this. He can. Okay, he's gonna go for it. I think he should not throw away his units like he's doing here. This is bad because all those Hydras that he just lost, he could have made into lurkers. But I mean, Tool's coming home.
Yeah, Tool is scared because he only has 2 bases, so Light is gonna kill those bases really fast.
But the only way he wins this game, especially in this position he's put himself, like he has to go for it right now. There's no way he can ever push into this. Yeah, this game is just slowly getting out of his reach. He can't win this game anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, he should have either moved out and go to the other side of the map, or came back and defended, but he was doing both.
Yeah.
And this is GG!
GG! And the CranKy Ducklings win another clan war against one of the CTL heavy hitters.
Yes! I just want to remind you that All In apparently took 2nd place in the last season. Just saying.
They did.
Just saying. Just saying.
And
we took down the 1st place finishers, we took down the 2nd place finishers, just saying. Saying.
And it wasn't close. Like, okay, Yaku's game got close, it shouldn't have been, but the other 2 games
Yaku's game was just Singapore meta. That's the,
yeah.
Honestly,
the best way to describe it.
Like, Yaku's games are just special. Like, there's a reason why the most clips are coming from Yaku's games.
Honestly, it's the best way to describe him. He's a special cookie.
Yes, definitely. I mean, there's a reason why they call him PogChamp.
Yeah.
Also, have you ever seen the picture of his dog like sitting in front of a sandwich? Because that's what I'm thinking about when I think about Yaku. Because he actually owns a pug.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yep. And he has this beautiful picture of his pug just staring at a sandwich longingly.
Cute man. And that was a lot of fun. A little less close than I thought it would be. I thought it would probably go down to 5 games.
Yeah, I thought so because Olin is a strong clan. Like, they are decently big. I don't know exactly how many members they have, but they are a decently big clan.
Yeah. And as we said, they are really heavy hitters. They're not like these guys who just sometimes win a few clan wars here and there. They are perennial winners. So that was brutal. Brilliant win.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good for VTL. We are 3 out of 3 still.
Yeah.
Like, who's coming?
I mean, who's
next?
Who can't you beat? Yeah, who can't you beat?
I just really hope we don't hit the curse as we were talking with Yaku, that like we're gonna win all the warm-up matches and then in the actual season we're like bottom of the table.
VTL's a little weird though. Like I feel like a lot of players just didn't bring their best, including me. Like I was never at my best, and until like right at the end. But I think the fact that you guys have got super strong diamond players are gonna really help you, because a lot of people have like very strong plat players and very strong gold players that you guys have, but they have like maybe 1 or 2 good diamonds, but where you guys have got all 3 of your diamonds. I mean, there's even more are just really like diamond 1 close to masters, ready to take that next leap. So you guys have got a fantastic chance.
Are you saying that they shine like a diamond? Just for steel, because we need a bad pun in this podcast.
I'm pleased I wasn't the one who made it though, because Lord is gonna have my head.
Yeah, I guess. Let's see what they're saying in chat. Because there was a suggestion to play the next game anyway, like despite the score, but I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know if Claire's house burned down or if or if he's alive or not. I mean, he went to restart his router or something, and I don't know if he came back.
Yeah, it says he's online, but that actually means nothing. I'm pleased we're getting all 4 games. Like, I'm very keen to see what 16-bit is like.
Let's see if Claire is alive. Claire is alive, that we're just gonna play the last series anyway.
Yeah,
Because Showman is a
I really
showman.
like that. Exactly. And it's TVT again.
Oh dear. All the mirrors. God damn it. I mean...
On 16-bit though, that makes it even worse.
Oh god. Please tell me they both go mech too.
I think those mech, we could go to like DCs. It's that kind of map. It's so difficult to attack into a mech there.
Yeah, fortunately, Claire doesn't really like mech, as far as I know. I don't know if he plays it, because he probably tries to learn, but he's generally more of a bio player.
Yeah, I'm also very similar. I hate playing mech.
Well, I'm not complaining because I hate playing versus mech. And anybody who has seen me play versus mech knows how much I hate playing versus mech, because like I always reach that point where like just that moment when I just run my army into opponent's army and I just watch it burn. I'm like, I guess I lose now. Just leave, like I don't even remax. I'm just done.
It's the most supply efficient army in the entire game.
Yeah.
So if you take one bad fight, like you're just gonna entire army.
Yeah, but it's just so painful because like you make this huge army and like it seems so strong and like you know you have this many units and then there's like I don't know 5 tanks and everything just melts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's this.
And if they have like equal upgrades, your army is just gonna melt.
Yeah.
When I say I'm playing against mech, I just feel like incredibly defensive. But I sometimes just die just because it's such a powerful army. I just sometimes underestimate it. I feel your pain.
Okay. We're gonna try to make the lobby and see if Claire is alive. If Claire can make it into the lobby, you can place bets now. If Claire makes it into the lobby, we will play.
My money's on he probably won't, because I haven't seen him for a while. Let's see.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
Oh yes. Oh
Is
yes.
He made it.
Did you see earlier? Impact randomly joined our lobby.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? What?
And I was like, oh, this must be not the right Impact. And then I realized he's not my friends list.
Yeah, he probably joined to friendlies or something.
Yeah, I can't remember any time I added him, but maybe he probably joined. He was like, because whenever I'm online on NA, I'm most probably doing a tournament. So he's probably like, oh, let me join and see what tournament it is. But I was like, please stay in the game. That would be the most awesome thing to have Impact observing our games.
That would be fun. Okay. We're going in.
Let's do this. 16-bit.
Okay. Wait, let me actually put the players on the thing. Okay, ready. Go. I have to put players in because I won't have the intros. Come on. What is your name? Quickly. What is your race? I have to do it. I'm gonna make it. Okay. I'm gonna make it. Apply. Update. Everything is working.
I think we're on West. I think I saw the...
It's okay.
thing on the left.
It's okay. First is okay.
Look how many bases on this map. I think actually probably there's more than I'm thinking just because there's so many blue minerals around the map.
Exactly. Okay. Let's hope everything works because I was doing it as the game was loading, so that's always fun.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I was about to get excited because when you see a Terran building a supply depot there, it's normally a proxy. Then I realized it's Claire. He never builds a wall.
That's Claire. He doesn't know what a wall is. What are you saying?
I got so excited for just a split second,
Okay.
but then I realized, no, it's Claire. Okay,
Let's intro the players.
in the top right, In the pink, playing for Team CranKy Ducklings, he is Claire. And in the bottom left, in the blue, playing for Team All Inspiration, trying to get a little bit of the respect back here. He is the Terran player, Nano.
Yeah, at least the 1 point for honor, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm backing Claire all the way to get the win here.
And once again, there's an SCV scout. I feel like that's just a thing that all in players do. At this point.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it on 16-bit though, especially when you're going Reaper Fast Expand because it's just such a big map.
Oh yeah.
Like,
takes a while.
I don't mind that because if there's one map you're gonna probably get proxied, it's gonna be one of like this one. But yeah, I mean, Claire's gonna see that this is an SCV scout, so you can almost assume that Nano's being pretty safe behind this, so he's not gonna first any proxy. So Claire's happy to take his natural. So
both of them are taking pocket expansions. Which is actually not exactly usual because, as we know from the previous cast, Claire plays like Zerg when he plays Terran. And he's the kind of guy who will just take the forward expansion because that's how we do it, right?
And the fact that he doesn't build a wall, it actually wouldn't matter if he gets the front expansion or not. I'm really hoping to see a long game. I hope it doesn't go like 30 minutes, but I feel like this could be a really good game and it could go very far. First map I've cast, yeah. It's first map I've casted on 16-bit, so that's also.
Do you know?
That's also something.
Did you see that tweet that Ravi did about what are the meanings of all those codes?
Yeah, like one's behind and the other one's SOS or something like that. That was so super cool. Like it's not my favorite map. It's not my favorite map, but yeah, that small little thing like that is super cool. Oh,
the Reaper survives. The Reaper survives.
Very good mark. If he loses that Reaper, then these Marines lose that fight. So now he's bought enough times for another 2 Marines to come out, and I mean it seems like such a small thing, but 2 or 3 SCVs would have gone down there if he loses that fight, which it did look like he was going to.
Yeah, and there's a Helion now as well.
I mean, if he had lost those units, this would be so bad for Claire. But as long as he splits like this, I think he should be okay.
Leave the Reaper.
Okay, one goes down. The tank is about to come out though, so he should be absolutely fine. He may lose an SCV here and there. As long as he keeps chasing us, it's very difficult for like Nano to stop and kill an SCV.
Can he catch it? Can he catch it?
Reaper survives.
Just barely.
But
Just
still
barely.
very, very good control, very good defense from Claire.
Yeah, see, he doesn't need a wall. He has a tank.
And he's got good micro.
That too.
Alright, I really hope that they're gonna do it. This Helion and Reaper are gonna go up and just get obliterated.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. No, it's gonna get sniped. It's gonna get sniped.
Oh, I forgot that Claire does this move out. When he doesn't get stim and just goes out with 2 tanks. I like it, but what I would do instead of going to the front is I would do like a full-on drop into this natural, because you can never really attack into this main, up into this main. So I would honestly pick up these units.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, there's literally nothing at the natural, and it will take a while before the units get there.
There's a Liberator going into Claire's natural, which he does need to react to. He doesn't have his Marines in position.
This is like straight up in the middle. No. Okay, at least there are Marines there.
Yeah, if those Marines weren't there, wow. But I honestly think Claire should just lift and go to this natural. If he does it, I don't want to call it too early, but that's like almost a game-winning move. But he's not going to go for it. Because all these SCVs, there's no way he gets these SCVs out. They die. This base might even die. He might even, I mean, he'll clean up eventually, Nano, but he'd just be so far behind just from that.
Oh no, no, you don't go into siege tanks.
And this push is over.
Yeah, that's also all of those marines are just dead. Straight up.
And a couple more SUVs died. I think actually even it was close to 5. Yeah, 10 SUVs have gone down for Claire. The Liberator came back in and got some damage done. This is good damage for Nano.
Yeah, the thing about like Claire's move out times and stuff are kind of related to the fact that he played a lot in like Wings of Liberty, in Heart of the Swarm, and like his timings are totally different from like what you see currently. I don't know how much it influences the times of like moves outs and stuff, but I know that like he's just playing differently than people playing in current meta.
Yeah, but it's also like as weird as it looks, it is actually quite smart. You got the 2 tanks, you got the 1 medevac, and you got a couple of marines, like 5 or 6. And if he just say Nano took the natural at the bottom, he sieges up 2 tanks just in range with the command center. He can keep poking with the marines and then getting them healed up, and he has a little bit of air advantage just with the medevac. So like I see a lot of method to the madness, if you know what I mean. I don't think he's a smart player. From the streams that I've watched, like he obviously does things different, but he seems like he knows what to do. He knows what to do in certain positions, which makes such a good player. I mean, we're kind of like heading into the kind of position where we're thinking this is going to go to the late game, because it's so difficult to push this third base at this point for either player. I think maybe Claire's macro is just a little bit better, and he's got a much better work account. Eventually, his army's going to tell, but it's so difficult to.
That's something that actually Lumia I was joking about a lot. That Claire just doesn't know how to bank minerals. He just never banks minerals. He just always spends all of it. He was like laughing that he was like born and his minerals were already spent. He just doesn't know how.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I've ever seen his minerals get high is when he's like taking a base or something like that. It's insane. I actually don't know how he's not masters.
I mean, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah. And his micro is also like super
those
good.
turrets on the natural. Oh dear.
So, again, it's on this kind of map. I love it because it's so much. It's easy to defend on 3 bases.
Yeah.
But
you just don't have to bother.
Yeah, exactly. Like all you gotta do is focus on getting a defense in the front, focusing on macro and getting your upgrades going, taking a 4th base, which is exactly what he's doing. And while Nano is just at home, falling further and further behind, Claire is just slowly but surely just macroing him out of the
Nano is gonna find it 4th.
Yeah.
Or is he?
That's nice.
Or is he?
Ready for dust off.
Yeah,
I
he
don't think he
finds
has
it
combat
now.
shield yet, so he does need to be careful, Claire. I mean, he's not going to get the cancel, which is a pretty big deal. And that's, I mean, Claire's waiting for it. Oh, look at that. 5 medevacs.
Oh dear.
So smart. This 4th base is going to go up now, and unless Nano seriously pushes, which I don't think he's going to do.
I mean, or is it gonna go up without an SCV? Without an
Claire,
SCV.
please. I feel like this is something Volticus would do.
Claire, this is not building.
There it goes. But look at his army. It's so much bigger and so much better. Even though he doesn't even have to push into this setup from Nano, it's a really good setup. Like all he's going to do is just make sure that Nano never takes a 4th or a 5th. I mean a 4th or a 5th. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful though. Like, you know, he has all of these tanks on siege. Like, he has to be careful not to like run into the range.
Yeah. Oh god, no! I thought that was gonna be a lot worse. I thought that was gonna be so much worse. I thought that all those Marines from Nano was about to just die. He does have the air advantage. That's all that Nano's really got going for him. But
and now begins what I call the classic Terran standoff, where they just both siege and they just keep scanning each other and nothing happens.
Which 100% suits Claire in this position. As long as he just keeps scanning the fourth base locations, which, I mean, he scans there. Now he should scan the one at the top there. It's pretty soon. And just has this general idea that that Nano's never taking a fourth base. He's always going to be in a great position. Oh, that's a money scan. That's a money scan. Because now he knows... I feel like Nano was actually going to move out there. And I think he saw that he saw the Vikings moving out as well. Doom drop. This is actually pretty smart from... No, he's going like... No, he's not.
No.
I don't know.
Is he? No, no. Or maybe is he? No. Or is he? Okay, he's gonna doom drop on
Is he?
natural.
And there's two
Maybe.
turrets, but like if he goes through the bottom,
Yeah, he's quick.
you should actually just go straight for the main.
He stopped.
Just boost straight into the main. Oh no, he should have actually gone into the main because then he gets into production. His base is almost mine now. It's still
true.
a very good move, don't get me wrong, but
I mean,
if he...
it's always a base, and what did he also get is this whole army is going back, but he has to evacuate.
This is a good trade. Like, even though he's gonna get cleaned up here,
Yeah.
it's actually a good trade for Claire. As long as he just keeps replacing the units.
And now
like
he
he's
can
falling
attack the
behind now.
fourth because all
Yeah,
of this
I mean,
army
it's
was in the natural.
And he lets it finished, which means this is a dead base.
Yep. And before this whole army gets here, it takes a while.
And a lot of these tanks are on siege. Claire does need to split. Okay, now this is a bad fight now. Now I'm a little worried for Claire because he's going to lose all these tanks. He's going to medevacs.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of an overextension here.
Yeah, for sure.
But in the same time, he
that-
took another base while doing so.
Yeah, but I'm just worried about this counterattack.
Yeah, that's
Because there's
scary.
still a lot of tanks alive. I think units is 5 tanks for Claire, which is actually that's quite a lot. I think he should be okay, but it's 9 for Nano. He does need to be careful though. I think he shouldn't even try to defend this base. I think he should just
Yeah,
lift.
this is not a good position to fight in.
He just doesn't have the army supply at this point. He does have the upgrade advantage, which is pretty important.
I mean, he has
And
the
he's gonna
base. He has the base on the other side anyway, so I
Hmm.
think he should like leave this position and just stay on his bases. Because like defending the base like on the bottom is really difficult.
Oh, he keeps using so many
Oh,
marines.
Oh dear.
And he's using these tanks now. I mean, that was actually a good trade for him.
Taking
in the
another
end.
base. He's just taking
this is
bases left and
perfect.
right.
I think that's all he really needs to do. That's such a smart move that he picked it up because he was going to lose all those SCVs. Then it's a different situation. Now that he keeps a lot of these SCVs alive, I mean, he's delaying this push for as long as possible, which suits him
Yeah.
because he got a better economy.
Careful, careful. He's going aggressive.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't think he needs to be aggressive yet,
Yeah, he doesn't.
especially with the
Should be patient.
reinforcements that are coming back.
Yeah.
If he just shows some kind of patience here, Claire, then he's going to win this game.
Yeah, he has to be patient. Like he has all those bases, he has the economy. He just needs to like work up his lead.
I don't think he needs to make more orders though at this point. I think right now he should just focus. Oh no! No! Pull back. He's starting to take like really bad trades.
Yeah, I feel
And
like
he
he's a bit like, I don't want to say over aggressive, but like he sees the army and he's like, oh, I have to fight this. Like I have to attack them.
Yeah.
But you don't.
And he has to know. He has to know that he's ahead in his economy. He has to know. He has to know that he is. All he needs to do is buy time. That's his win condition at this point. He needs to scan this. He needs to scan. No, if he loses these tanks, this is bad. He's
Yeah,
gonna go
he
for a
scans now.
surround, which I don't really like. Again, he should be a bit more patient, but if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it now. He does have the upgrade advantage, so he cleans up the tanks. So eventually his units should trade pretty well with the bio. I mean, that's really good trades because he kills all the tanks. And that's kind of the key for Nano here. This is going to get cleaned up.
I mean that's
These
the key for
Vikings are gonna go
TVT,
down.
isn't it? Who has more tanks?
Yeah, and also the fact that Nano's army is super weak without it because, like, he can't even like pure bio versus pure bio because these upgrades are so far behind it. Claire's got 3-3, whereas Nano's just started his right now. So as soon as he got rid of those tanks, like, that was pretty smart. As long as he got rid of those tanks, he was always going to win that fight. And now he's way ahead now because the base still hasn't even been taken. He's going to be the aggressive one, which I don't think he needs to be, but I think it's going to work out for him just because now he's done that big defense, which was important.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
I
feel like that's the theme of this game, where Claire is a little bit over aggressive, where he just wants to end it. Just wants to fight.
But he in this situation, I think it doesn't matter what trick. Because he's just got so many bases, and he's up. As soon as that army died from Nano, I think the game was over. Because that was the only way he was winning that game, was that huge army spy lead that he had. But that was looking dicey. Like, I thought Nano was gonna. I think if he had a little bit of better control, and when he took when the fight eventually happened, if he had his Marines in front of his tanks to tank for the surround, I think he could have taken a much better fight. But the fact that they engaged so late, Claire was just easy. He took the fight so much easier.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind that Nano is still on 3 bases. To Claire's how many? 7?
Like they're both in different phases of the game, whereas Claire's getting to the late game, and Nano's barely left the mid game. So I mean, Claire could honestly do anything from this point, and I don't think he loses. It's just that kind of position where he's put himself in. I mean, he's starting to get a bang.
With the supply advantage. He's just smashing through this.
Like, he could A-move into a bunch of tanks and he still wins because he can just replenish his units so quickly, and whereas Nano just cannot do that at all. This is going to be a 4-0 for CranKy. No stopping the March of Claire now. GG's for. Really well played. I was a bit worried for him, but Claire makes it a 4-0.
Yep. GG! Where's the GG button when you need it?
I think we have to get one. I think every caster that's ever casted a StarCraft.
I mean, some people just have good voice for saying it, so that's also, I think.
True.
Not mine though. Like, my voice is barely alive at this point.
Oh, I don't know how Lord does it. He casts for like 5 hours. Those tasteless.
Yeah. I mean,
introductions as well.
I guess it's a matter of practice, really.
Yeah. It did take us a while to get used to casting. I mean, I didn't cast for like 3 weeks because I had more wisdom 2000, and even recently, I also haven't been casting as much. So even today, like, my mouth is getting a little bit sore as well, which it normally doesn't. I think it is. You do get like a certain tolerance towards it. Yeah, a brutal 4-0.
Yeah, looking good. Looking good.
Yeah. I think the one thing that Claire has, not even one thing that Claire's got going for me, is he's like, Volticus is just really good at macro. I mean, at micro. Lord of Terrans is really macro, but his micro like lacks at times. Even though his decision making is really good, like that's probably something all Claire has to work on. But his micro and his macro is insane. So you're gonna get to masters eventually.
Yeah, he will. And then we'll see what's next. But yeah, from what I know, we have another clan war next week already planned that was briefly mentioned on the podcast. And that is a clan war versus, if I recall correctly, the name of the clan is the Fire Breathing Grabber Ducks.
Yeah.
So
they're at EU side, if I am correct.
So yeah, that's a good name for a clan war. I'm thinking we should make some good pun out of it. There should be a good pun somewhere there.
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to come out the better ducks right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're the better ducks in the pond. I'm sorry.
They challenged you, right?
Yeah, they challenge us. They
Yeah.
challenge us. They don't know what's coming. They don't know what's coming. Like, like you see all those results in the recent Clan Wars, like, I'm afraid we're unbeatable.
Agreed. I mean, can't argue, honestly.
Yeah, you can really argue. But yeah, we will see. It should be fun. It should be fun. Like, we like the fact that like they want to play with the name and stuff, because like
Yeah.
that was like the reason why they challenged us, because they're like, yeah, there can be only one Dux in the pond, like, so like
Yeah.
I really respect when people like make that sort of thing, like when the Clan War like has a theme and stuff. I really like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and if it's like a close game, which it probably will be, because I imagine a EU team has some really good diamond players as well. I mean, that's a rivalry that can be created for a long time, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that will be it. So if you enjoyed what you've seen so far, then please follow our channel on Twitch and our account on Twitter, where we post about all the stuff we do, both Clan Wars and other stuff. Generally, apart from being a clan, we organize weekly tournaments for amateur players. The next tournament that we have is on Friday, and it's Masters 1 Open, which is a tournament open from Bronze to Master 2. Currently, we set the limit on 4.9k MMR, but we will still like check it, because I know that like the MMR levels changed this season, so we have to check how, like, figure out what Master 2 would be, more or less. Because the big problem with the MMR caps is that like the MMR is different on each server. It's really tricky.
Yeah. Which it shouldn't be. I honestly have no idea.
I don't know either. Like why is it different? Like, is it because like on one server more people are playing, so like they get more games, so they get more points? Like, I don't know. Like, why is it happening that like the MMR levels are so different?
It's probably something like that, but I don't think it's worth having different MMRs. I think both. I mean, just have a standard MMR. The only thing that's obviously different is GM, because each server has their own top 200, but the other servers should just be the same. That's my.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, because with GM it's just top always, and in the like regular leagues you have multiple divisions anyway, so it would probably be fine to have the same MMR caps, but I guess I'm not the designer, and I'm not gonna pretend that I know much about like designing MMR systems, but yeah, would be a bit easier for us.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, so where can we find you, Phoenix Tears?
You can find me at twitch.tv/PhoenixTears. I will be streaming like basically full time pretty soon, because they came to install fiber in our complex, so that's pretty high.
Nice.
So I would love a follow if you wouldn't mind, and you can follow me at Phoenix Tears on Twitter as well.
Nice. If you want to follow me by any chance, you can check me on Twitter at 16squads and on Twitch on 16squadsanseki. I know that it's the weirdest name around, but that's my name and it's unique, and nobody took it on the website. Unfortunately, the nickname Kuro is not very fortunate one. But yeah, and if you want to know more about the CranKy Ducklings, you should check out the podcast, where we try to make it bi-weekly, and we talk about the events related to the StarCraft 2 scene, with focus on the amateur events. And check out the Duck Tape as well, which is our weekly highlights, where we show how practice goes. I don't want to say how bad it goes, but those are some special moments. And I'm really sad, because people who join our Discord, by the way, join our Discord as well, people who are on Discord saw me quoting our practice today, where everybody just started screaming that there's a Nidus in the base. They were like panicking, there's a Nidus, what are we doing? Like, there's a Nidus, and then Milky's like, guys, calm down, this is my Nidus. And like, this is just CranKy Ducklings in a nutshell. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm just so sad that it wasn't recorded by anyone, because that was just on voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like it, then please give us a follow, and we'll be back soon. Have a good night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, because we're global. Yeah. Good luck and have fun.
Good night, everyone.